arc design. Simple, beautiful, functional.
Welcome to the channel Arc in Urugo, a channel of arc design, an architecture, design and construction company based here in Rwanda. On this channel you find content related to construction, especially architecture design, based primarily on the ideas we share through the architecture designs that we have made. In this video we are going to share with you the design ideas of a project that we designed in Kimisanje, a hill that is between Biryogo and Rebero. We had to create the type of the project, which we called the public home, while the actual name of the project is Urugo Homes. This is a project that will have 16 rentable rooms and also a residence of the owners, as well as their supporting functions. The design concept allows it to be a future go-to, luxurious Airbnb. And of course, in the very concept, there is an embedment of the idea that this is Urugo. From the local Kinyarwanda language, it translates to a home. But again, as we say that the type of the project is the public home, the design stems from the idea that this will be a community of people coming from different regions, perhaps different countries, but they create a communal home, a space where one feels the public realm but as well as the private realm in a very well integrated and healthy way. Talking about integration, the design concept merges straight lines with organic ones. It merges the soft and the hard surfaces. It merges the volumes and the voids. It merges the clean surfaces and the rough surfaces. It merges the artificial and the natural. And it largely merges the inside and the outside. As one big home, when one is inside, they feel like they are outside. Hence the feeling of a public home. The external geometry is made of clean lines, volumes and voids, the voids being the balconies. And these balconies are separated by green planters that grow on organically perforated decorative walls. Volumes are stones in some areas, which is the rough surfaces, but in others are smooth surfaces where you have a white color. The rooftop was reclaimed with a garden space since the plot is just 806 square meters, which was almost fully occupied on the ground. But again, it has the gym and the games that are part of a relaxation space, which is on the right of the pitched roof. And then on the other side of the pitched roof, there is a working space for drying and useful for, and this makes this central pitched space a central divider of the relaxation space on the rooftop and also the working space on the rooftop. Back to the composition of the building, the general form is made of clean lines that are very horizontal, but at some point they intersect with protruding volumes and also frame pushed-in voids for the balconies. The frames or the lines are made of gray color or white color, while the pushed-in balconies are made with a brown wood textured color. And then this whole composition is tied together by the central pitched roof area, which gives a sense of traditional homes superimposed with the modern volumes facades. So we used this concept because we wanted to create a home away from home, not only on how the spaces function inside as we will see, but also in the shape or the form. So this pitch of the roof gives a sense of one big home, even if, as we will see from the inside, there is a public realm but also a private realm, which is expressed in these balconies because all the rooms are on the periphery of the house, all of them having their own balconies facing on the outside of the building. This allows people in the private realm to have their own space, and which has a sense of greenery because the separation from one balcony to the other, you have the green planters that are in the semi-perforated wall, giving a sense of intimacy and privacy from the public realm on the inside that we will see. And these rooms have large sliding doors, making them very open, but as a way to contrast them, the big volumes, they have narrow vertical windows. And then some balconies have the railings as glass, but others have railings as wall. It depends on the composition on the facade that goes on which side of the building you are at. Okay, so in summary, we can say that the beauty of the exterior is due to the clear composition made by volumes of either white or stony surfaces, the volumes being delineated by the dark gray frames that are either closed or open in some areas, and these volumes contrasting with the pushed in balconies that have the wooden textured painted wall. And then everything tied back in by the central pitched area that has vertical slats, which are several vertical lines that breaks the solidity of the other volumes, making it a unifier of everything, and also a highlighted part that is going to have the central entrance to the building. And again, this whole composition gives a sense of classical and modern country house, of course on a larger scale because the house is a public home. Now let's head to the inside. The arched entrance welcomes you with an intentional greenery placed in front of the view to the pool, and then you have to turn left to go to the lobby with the waiting area and the reception. The floor is wooden textured tiles, but the ceiling is predominantly white gypsum with wooden frames in some area, and then the walls are also white, but there are some accent walls with wooden texture. And then to add to the beauty of the spaces, there are some walls that are used as space dividers. These are made from wood that is organically perforated, which gives a sense of uniqueness and elegance to the internal spaces. And these are integrated with green planters that are placed in the stony boxes. And then the reception is placed under the central stairs in this lobby. And this reception area is also like a part of an atrium because there is no slab from the floors that surround this central stair of the lobby. Generally, this creates a very welcoming lobby space with a unique feeling in the luxurious, welcoming space. Right of the lobby, there is a central pool, and this pool is in the main atrium space. This atrium space has a classical feel because of the arches that were created, and these arches are of varying sizes, opening up to the public spaces that are around this atrium. This central atrium allows for air circulation and light to shower down the whole spaces, especially in the public spaces that are around this atrium, which is the inside public realm that we were talking about. And this public realm is created by several separated lounges, either just next to the pool or around the circulation space in the upper floors. And this is where visitors or the people using the Airbnb can come and socialize. Generally, this is like their living room. The ground floor is generally open with various spaces around the pool, such as the area with chaise lounges for pool and also a space for dining that is next to the kitchen on the ground floor. And then the lobby space as we have seen it, and also some 2 bedrooms. But on the first and second floors, there are 3 separate lounges and then 7 rooms, and also the residence of the owners, which occupies the second and the first floors. So the lounges are around the central atrium space, and then the bedrooms are on the periphery, which creates like 2 layers. The central one around the atrium being the public realm, but on the periphery the bedrooms, which is the private realm, and with each balconies facing on the outside of the building. On the second floor there is a spatial lounge. This lounge is created by the fact that there is a pitched roof above it, so there was an opportunity to create a double height space. And of course, when we talk about luxury, it also comes down to the materials that were used. For example, there is accent walls that are completely stoned, columns that are ornated with wood finishes, which all give a unique feeling to this double height space that is under a pitched finished ceiling. Again, this lounge overlooks the central atrium space, which is also very majestic because of the stony wall that is accentuating the atrium space. Let's take a glimpse to the owner's residence. It has a living, a dining, a kitchen that are all connected into one big space. But the special thing also in this residence is that the living space or the living room, the double height spaces, because also it is under the big pitched roof, but also it follows the shape of the roof, which is pitched, giving a special type of ceiling that has wood finishes that go as the roof goes down. And then taking a sample of the bedrooms, this bedroom shows how the design of the bedrooms is going to be very simple with clean lines with white walls, brown floor, and also on the walls there are some vertical dark gray color that breaks down the monotony of the white. We appreciate very much the time you took to watch this video until the end. If you haven't, you can subscribe, and if you need a design or related construction services, don't hesitate to contact us on the addresses that are on your screen. See you next time on Arc Inyubako. Blessings.
Arc design.